think most objective observers would note that Senator Brownback had a very strong organization and following here and a lot of respect here in Iowa. But that's also true in New Hampshire and South Carolina as well. But I think it can make a difference not only in bringing on board his many of the people who were supporters, but it also brings on board, I think, people who feel so much respect for Senator Brownback that they will give my candidacy serious consideration as well. Yes, ma'am.
My husband is a Democrat, and he says you're the only person he could vote for.
Do me a favor and tell him that we will send someone to drive him to re-register as a Republican as soon as possible and clear his calendar for January 3rd. So thank him for me. Thank you very much. Yes, sir.
Would you do something to help older veterans find good jobs?
Thank you, sir. I will do that, and it's very important that we help the displaced workers in America, and we need to education and training programs, but also, very frankly, I think Sam and I have discussed this. Our first priority is veterans health care. It's not what it should be. It is sadly lacking in many areas, and I want to expand VA capabilities to handle PTSD, combat-related wounds, many of the things that have to do with veterans with special needs. At the same time, I want our veterans to be able to have health care available readily. I don't want them to have to go down to the VA facility and get an appointment to get an appointment. If someone needs some care who's a veteran that has served this nation honorably, they should have a plastic card and they can go wherever they want to get the health care they need. I promise you that. And the Walter Reed scandal has got to be fixed. And I think that not only do I know how to fix it, but I think that I have the commitment and the knowledge and the background to fix that system. I often carry around with me a quote by General George Washington in 1789. Basically said the willingness of young Americans to serve their countries in wars will be directly related to the treatment that this country has accorded to those who served in previous conflicts. Yes, sir.
I know you've always been a big supporter of campaign finance reform. Given the state of our current political system and the influence of corporate money on our political process, the earmarks, as you mentioned, Senator Brownback mentioned, do you think it's time to finally sever the ties and push along with like Alan Simpson and Bill Bradley for 100% publicly funded campaigns?
I do not, because I believe that a campaign contribution is an investment in a political campaign, and I think it's a way for a person to participate. I think the 527s are an outrage, the so-called 527s, as you know, because they're a violation of the existing law, a law that was passed in 1974. And it distorts the process because then one individual or individuals can pour unlimited amounts of money that will affect the outcome of an election, where average citizens are limited in their amount, and it distorts the process. And most of it's negative campaigning, and it even results in full-page ads in the New York Times with a picture of our brave General Petraeus with the slogan, General Petraeus or General Betraeus. That kind of thing. There's no place for that in American political life. Yes, sir.
Senator Brownback had a very strong straw poll organization
Yes.
throughout the state. Could you see the McCain camp adding some of those staffers to your Iowa efforts?
There already are who have come on board, and I know that Senator Brownback can speak for himself. I probably wouldn't think that all of them would, but I already was gratified with the some have come on board already, and would be gratified. It's a very strong organization that he has here, and I think it can be very helpful. Sam?
Yeah, a couple have already joined on with the McCain campaign, and I would hope and urge others too. I don't expect 100% would take place, and you wouldn't expect that in any campaign, and I would hope as well that there'd be other places that we could reach out with through that organization and building further. Now's the big decision season. I mean, and now's the time you're getting within 60 days of this taking place that people are going to be cracking and breaking one way or the other. And I hope we could use that organization, but build it stronger to get behind a proven, solid front-runner candidate that's pro-life that can beat Hillary Clinton in the fall.
Yes.
Senator Brownback, you competed against Governor Huckabee for a lot of the same voters, especially during the straw poll. And a lot of people thought that you may, or speculated that you may endorse him instead. Could you speak to why you chose Senator McCain over Governor Huckabee?
You know, I thought about it a lot and have a great admiration for Governor Huckabee and the whole field of candidates who have gotten to know. I picked John because of the full package. Pro-life voting record for 24 years, well-suited and in position and prepared to be commander-in-chief, foreign policy experience, strict constructionist on the Supreme Court, a fiscal conservative with a proven track record of fiscal conservatism, so he can put together the Reagan coalition of economic, pro-growth, fiscal conservative, social conservative individuals. And you look at the map of the states that he can bring into play against Hillary Clinton. He's the best candidate in the field on our side to be able to put the states in play that we need to be able to win in the fall of 2008, and that's what it's about. That's the combination that's drawn me to John McCain.
Thank you very much. Thank you.